Good day, everyone. So for today, we'll be talking about the food of paradise. So let me share to you a brief description about the author. Ahmad ibn Majid was an Arabian navigator and cartographer born in 1421 in Jafar, which is now known as Ras Al Khaimah. He was raised with a family famous for seafaring. At the age of 17, he was known and he was able to navigate ships. He was so famous that he was the first Arab seaman. The exact date is not known, but Ibn Majid probably died in the 1500s. Now, the rising action of the food of paradise, actually made by Ibn Amjad, one of the most influential writers in the field of Arabian literature. The story is considered as one of the most important masterpieces made. It tackles about the story of hope and faith, in which deals with the divinity and religious beliefs towards Allah. This may be because of the culture on the Arabic lands, whereas Allah is considered a great figure towards them. They have high respects on him and thus relating many stories that can be associated with his majesticness. It teaches also about conduct and how the beliefs of the Muslim religion can be associated with each other. It is evident fact because in the story, it mentions one of the teachings in the Quran where it states this passage, "O compassionate one, isn't this unjust? Why should thy servant be burdened like an ass in the marketplace, which carries two panniers both filled to the top and stumbles at every blow of the driver's sick? Isn't it promised in the Quran, Allah will not anyone starve?" The story took off with the introduction of the main character, Mullah Ibrahim, who taught the religious beliefs of Islam to his Muslim students in the seminary being built by the Caliph. The work doesn't really pay off for him. He then questioned the goodness of the Holy Allah and why a diligent servant like him shall suffer. Mullah Ibrahim left the seminary and took a journey away from the city of Baghdad, where he had lived off all of his life. He stayed and fell asleep in a cozy and shady spot underneath the wide tree of cypress beside a river while waiting for the bounty of Allah.
The story tells us a lesson that we must be contented and thankful of what God gives us. We should not be lazy, instead we must work hard so that God will give us what we deserve. The story serves as a mind opener in a way that it tells us hope and faith towards the God. Towards our God rather.
The story's main theme is faith and hope in God. When all else fails, God is the one we can cling to. Thus, we must never lose hope or faith in Him. Also, the plot of the story takes a more religious tack. I know that we can't help but experience feelings of injustice in life, but we shouldn't doubt the goodness of our one and only Creator. It is preferable to carry out good deeds while pleading with God to lead us in all directions and increase our gratitude. And constantly keep in mind that God has a purpose for everything that has ever happened to us or will ever happen. That's the values of the story.